Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba. Whee! Hello, everybody that's out there on YouTube. It's your boy Maxwell coming to you with yet another video review. And in today's video, we are coming to the conclusion of our journey. Yes, the epic quest that has been reviewing all 6 of the individual bits and pieces and components of none other than the Combiner Wars Devastator. In today's video, we are actually going to be combining him into the mighty Devastator. So here we are, and here are all 6 of the bots. And I'll explain why specifically Long Haul is in his robot mode in a second. But to get started off with, the thing that I've been refusing to talk about and now we'll finally talk about is the included card that came with the whole set, with a very nice, very lovely image of Devastator all combined in all of his massiveness. Hooray for the card. And over the course of, like I said, over the course of the last 6 videos, we have looked at each of these bots in their individuality, and today we finally come to the conclusion of it all with combining them into none other than the massive Devastator. Now, you will notice specifically that I have Long Haul in his robot mode. It's because to get him into his combined mode, it's a lot easier to go get to it from his robot mode. So that is why you see him here before you as a robot. So without further ado, we are going to start from the legs going up. So we're going to go with the whole table looking like this to now looking like this, where we have Mixmaster and Scrapper to get us started off with the our combination. So we're going to start off specifically with Scrapper since he is the team leader. So to get him into his combined mode, what you first need to do is take, and we've already looked at the vehicle modes individually. We're not going through this again. So to start off with, you want to take the bucket where that was his main bucket, bring it up, and then bring this section here, because it's on a double hinge, down. Like, oh yeah, that's right, duh, sorry. Pulled a blank moment. Bring the bucket all the way down and bring it up forward like that. From there, we want to take the arms, transform them partially as we would for robot mode, rotate them all the way down and compress them back in like so. Do the same for the other side. And that locks that all into place. And then from there, after you get them switched around, just finish pushing this piece down and that'll lock that all securely in place. Take the spot with the Decepticon symbol, turn that around like so, and from here we want to actually take what will be his feet and bring them up like so, bringing his feet down, and these serve as part of the connector into Devastator. And also, per the instructions, you're supposed to flip the hands all the way out. I think turn them back. So yeah, and turn them back. There's a clicking and locking points. And there you go. There you got Scrapper in his leg mode. And so now for Mixmaster, we want to bring the section with his head forward and then take this heel section and bring it out. It does not click into place or anything. There's no sliders or nothing. And then also take what are his elbows and bring them down. And I'll show off why we did that here in a little bit. We're going to raise up our camera a little bit now. And from here, what we are going to do is partially undo this whole section, undo his legs, and bring his foot to the side, and bring out the connector pieces that connect onto the big robot mode. Close these back up, tab this all back together, and secure that back into place. And there you have his feet all done. And so now we're going to work on his torso. We're going to bring in Mr. Sideways elbow action here. And we're going to start off by taking his elbows and actually bringing them all the way around until they kind of soft click into place, like so, and like so. From here, we also want to take his head and bring it down like so. Undo the dump truck section, utilizing the ratchet that is his waist swivel. Bring that all the way around, and bring this, actually leave this up. Ooh, bring his legs out on the heavy ratchets that they're on, and flip in his feet, like so. Bring that down, like so. Bring his, these sections, which are his thighs, down, like so. And then flip out the panels. There we go. Flip out these panels as thigh fillers and bring his whole dump truck back down, and this tab will go into that slot right there. So there you got that all done. So now what we're going to do is raise up my camera. Boop. I hope my tripod's going to be tall enough. If not, I'm going to have to cut it midway through and get the right one that I'm going to need. So, from here we can see... Oh, I have the legs on the wrong sides. Those legs in the right way. You're going to see here, specifically on here, that there's a small little groove section and a little clip mechanism. What you want to do is slide this little T-cut section here into that little opening, and then feed his feet into the top section here. There's these little mushroom pegs that kind of slide and soft tab into place right up here, like so. Have that all nice and squozen. And this one is going to have, these clips are going to go into that slot there. So do that, get that, and get that all into place. That holds that all securely and in place. Very similarly on this other side, we want to line it all up with this going over that T-peg and sliding into place, and then these just kind of flexing into place and then clipping in as such. And there we got that. And he's getting tall. He is getting very tall. Very tall, very quickly. Okay. And so now from here, as much as I would love to wait for it to be the end, the head reveal has to go next. So we're going to bring in Hook here, and we're going to bring our camera back down to standard working level so that way you guys can see what I am doing. To start off with, we're going to take his sections where his arms are, take them and fold them down. Fold that down. Take his whole body and go break it in half, because it's literally just held in by this clip going into this slot, and then this tab going into this slot. So this tab going into this slot. Bringing this all the way around, and then these two will clip together like so. Make certain that the hook section is all the way off to the side. And what else? Oh, right, down under here, there's a clip that needs to be brought down and out. This can be brought back. They both need to be brought back so that way there's clearance for the pegs and the tabs and stuff. So bring that little tab down, and then right here is a mushroom peg. We're going to bring that down like so. And you know what? We can actually save the head reveal for the very last. Huzzah, I forgot about that. Close that up, and then we're going to take this, go back up to Devastator's eye level, as my tripod will currently allow me. And we're going to take this and utilizing this clip, and this port, and they are going to clip in to this square tab and this circular tab. And then you'll notice specifically this green little bit that's in hook, that's not supposed to be there, like I mentioned in his review. This was actually part of long haul's shoulder right here, because these are tabs that actually tab in to help to secure that all. So we're just going to get all this lined up and tabbed into place. And bring the shoulder around and get that kind of... Okay, so come down. See this tab going into that slot there, like so, to help to secure that all in place. So there you got that. And looks like I'm going to have to, actually hey, I might be able to get by with just simply this setup. What do you know? What do you know? Okay, from here we are going to go into Bone Crusher. And so we're going to bring everything back down for this. There we go. And get him into his combined mode. What you want to do is untab his leg sections here, which are just these tabs. Bring all of this down like so. And rotate it so that way it's facing this way. And you've got this section all ready to go. Oh, I totally forgot something in Hook's combination sequence. I can't believe I totally spaced this until just now. So, one key and important thing I forgot to do with getting Hook prepped and transformed is, there we go, you need to flip out that tab, this little clip, flip that up, and flip out the other clip. Otherwise, the arms are not going to be going anywhere. Okay, so utilizing this clip, it's going to go into this slot in Bone Crusher. So you're just going to take that and get it in there. If it will cooperate with me. There we go. And then this tab here, which is on Long Haul's elbow, will tab into that slot in Bone Crusher's thigh. So with everything oriented properly, that will all tab in securely. And there you go, you got that. From there, you want to bring in the first of our accessories, which is the missile launcher that goes with Bone Crusher, and flip out missile launcher. Make certain that the peg is flipped up and flip out the hand and orient it so that way it's facing properly. Utilizing this post here, it's going to go into that port there. So get that all pegged in, and there you got an arm all done. And so now we're going to bring our camera back down to standard operating level, and now work on getting Scavenger all combined and ready to go. So for him, it's the arms, the armature, getting all compressed up like that. And very similarly to Bone Crusher, it's undoing these and flipping out the attachment piece for the hand and getting it so it's oriented properly. And so now, going back up, moving back up to the top, moving on up to the sky, to the big old apartment in the sky. Okay, we're gonna get that tabbed into there, and moving this out of the way so you can see that whole tab. That tab will go into that slot right there again, and that takes care of that. So now we got the main basic bits and pieces of Devastator. Oh, and almost forgot. Other hand, flip it out, orient it, post, port, plug in, and voila. And now comes the most important bit and piece to Devastator. That being his chest crest and the head reveal. Make certain everything's all nice and securely in place. And so the chest crest does come apart in 3 pieces. You got the central bit and the 2 sets of wings. And these literally just go in via this post into that port. Like so. And like so. And there you got the chest crest all said and done. Now, on here, there is this little clip that's going to go into this little slot right here. That helps to hold it in securely. And there is also this clip and this clip. These are going to go into tabs right here, into slots. These little clip tabs are going to go right into here, and there's also a port right here that's going to go into this little post right here. No, port, post. Yeah, I'll get it right eventually. And so now comes the finicky part of just getting everything all lined up and tabbed in securely. That. There we go. Central one in. That helps with getting the rest of these in securely. And there you got that. Got that. And come on. Come on. There we go. And then lastly, but certainly not least, the moment of truth, the head reveal. Flip out the head and voila! There you have him, the mighty, the powerful Devastator in his robot mode. Oh boy, am I glad I actually managed to finally pick this guy up. I remember seeing reviews of him when he initially got released several years ago in the Combiner Wars line, and part of me regretted that I never picked him up, but I'm glad I now have him later in life. So, we're going to have to go handheld here for a little bit. We can take a look at some of the detailings. Here we got his head sculpt. Very nice, very blocky G1 inspired head sculpt with a nice red visor. There we got his crane bit and stuff. Here's his chest crest, and we can take a look at a lot of the detailing now that is featured on it. Lots of panel lining and vent detailing and wiring and stuff, and big old Decepticon badge. Looking very nice. Coming down, here we'll take a look at the arms, made up of the obvious scavenger and bone crusher bits. Nice detailing found on the actual forearms themselves. Very cool and very nicely detailed. There's his crotch plate. And coming down the legs, very nicely detailed. Very nice detailed thighs there. And there are his feet. His big old mighty feet. Here he is from the front, and here he is from the side. He is kind of leaning forward a little bit, kind of due to how everything just kind of worked out in the transformation. And you can see the predominancy of his backpack is literally just this crane bit. I wish there was like a little armature, bending armature that would have bent down so it could fold along nicely on his back or be able to be tucked in underneath. But well, I think one of the third-party upgrade kits that you can get for this guy does feature that. So I don't know, do with that as you may. But yeah, no, it's a standard Devastator backpack. And I mean, yeah, you can see the back of Scrapper, Mixmaster, and stuff, but that's kind of to be expected with that. And so there you go with that. Now we're going to get this put back onto my stand and get him facing us again. Now, Articulation for the Mighty Devastator does feature a swivel at the head. Nothing up or down unless if you untransform him. But, oh well. Shoulders can, if you move things out of the way properly, can do a full 360. They can go in and out. You do have a rotation at the bicep. You got a little under 90 degrees of bend, and you do have a wrist swivel, and the hands do open and close. He does feature a heavy waist swivel. Panels can move out of the way to accommodate for leg movement, and we're going to have to come down here to show that off. Legs can go forward that far before the panel starts getting in the way, and they can go back that far before the the back of a long haul gets in the way. They can go out to do full splits. Due to long haul's knees being the front of this, if you don't want to use the actual main leg piece, you can actually use that as the forward movement on the leg. But however you want to do that. He does also have knee bend at these set of ratchets here, and knees can bend a little over 90 degrees, which is pretty cool. And he does actually feature ankle tiltage, which is why we ended up moving Mixmaster's arms out of the way. And so we're going to come down here for that. And so he does have ankle tiltage on both legs. Get a couple clicks out of long haul, and you can also get a couple clicks out of Mixmaster. So if you wanted to do him in a wide stance pose, you have that capability to do so. And oh boy, there we go. Whatever. Okay, so there you go with that. The Mighty Devastator would not be so mighty if he did not come with accessories, and which he does come with specifically one. You'll get these two purple blaster pieces, which when you combine together, form Devastator's mighty gun. And he can hold it in either of his hands. So if you just put it into, and it just slide tabs in. And so he can hold that, and you can have him shooting this. Scavenger's elbow is not the strongest. We'll put it into Bone Crushers here and see. There we go. Can have him. Oh. Well, one makes up, lacks in, you can have him holding it in either hand. At least on my copy, he's got a few loose-ish joints. So, but just give him his gun, and so it, whoops. We'll go into that a little bit. You can have him holding his gun in either of his hands, which is pretty cool, or utilizing the pegs that are on it. You can actually plug it into this port right here, or take it apart and store it here on his back. So you do have options with that, and as always, options are a very good thing. And so there you go with that. And this is going to be very difficult considering my reviewing station, but for the sake of some level of comparisons, to start off with, here he is with his arch nemesis, the mighty, the powerful Omega Supreme. And you can see just how big Omega really is. Yep, I'm going to clamp that up so you can see just how tall Omega is. He's a good couple inches taller than Devastator. There you got that. Yeah! He's a big boy. Whew. for another comparison is with another big boy. The War for Cybertron Kingdom Titan class Arc, and you can see, yeah, the Arc is definitely a lot taller. Going to review him hopefully soonish too. There you got that. For the sake of something that's a little bit more mainstream, here he is next to Astro Time Prime. I mean, Earth / Siege Astro Train. So you can see how he looks like that. This is my personalized version of him as Astro Time Prime, but if you're not a Rebel General, you won't know what that means. So there you got that. And also, for the sake of another comparison, here he is next to my next review, Kingdom Leader Class Galvatron. So yeah, he's a big boy. He is a big boy. So there you got that. So there you have it, my review for none other than the Transformers Combiner Wars Titan Class Devastator. A long, well overdue review and very well worth it. A few nitpicks that I do have with regards to him is he does not hold his gun very well securely. His hands do have a tendency to pop off, but oh well, what you gonna do? Maybe they'll revamp him in the upcoming Legacy line. Who knows? At this point in time, though, we're going to be getting a newly revamped Stunticon team, and so it's going to be interesting to see how they turn out. So, yeah, but this video is specifically about Devastator. All around, he's a very good, very fun figure, and definitely something for his time. Should they redo him? Absolutely. Will they redo him? Probably not. If you can get him still, I would say sure. He makes a very cool, very fine addition to the Titan class lineup of figures. And for its time, it was and still is, until at least Masterpiece Raiden comes out. I don't know how big he's going to be. The biggest official combiner yet. And that's pretty cool when you stop and think about it. So there you go. Now, I picked this guy up from Amazon.com, but as always, you can always check out all your standard regular retailers for any Transformers figures that you need and or would like. I won't be linking him in the description down below because, well, he's now over $500. I only paid $150 for him, so I am not going to link it, but you can always feel free to check it out for its availability as circumstances are. So I think that just about does it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video review. If you did, please be certain to give it a like, leave a comment, and also don't forget to subscribe for more toy reviews coming out in the weeks to come. And I think that will just about do it. So until next time, fun people, camera fall down! Nothing defeats the Devastator. Nothing. Subscribe to Maxwell's Reviews for more videos and check them out on TikTok and on Instagram. Links will be in the description. And so now Devastator must go and smash Omega Supreme.